I've been watching a show called Below Zero. It's about life in the bush.
Now, back to Steiny and Guru on 95.7 The Game.
Just finished season 1 last night. 2-2-2. Susan in Kavik ended up buying the place she's staying in.
I'm out.
And you know what? The breakup of the Yukon River didn't turn into a catastrophe. Dude, it is fascinating.
Wow, dude.
Now, is it on Netflix or Prime?
I have no idea.
See, that's what bothers me.
Why?
How do you recruit for this show and you don't even know what?
I just search life, and then usually it comes Below Zero, and then I just click.
Yep.
And I don't.
My boy TC said we're on fire. Raymond Chester's son.
Well, really?
Yeah, the great tight end for the Raiders. You saw on Lake Chabot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boy, we had some good times over at the golf course. What up, TC?
You don't golf.
We didn't golf when I went.
By the way, as many of you know, I called for all Giants fans to come out of the woodwork. Come on, let's talk.
You turned it
Got
into
open lines on 95.7 The Game. You know why? Because Giants fans are smarter than you.
No,
they know not to get this excited for this.
I'm excited. Don't you know me about the possibility?
He's sitting there calm as a cucumber.
I'm excited about the possibility. And I got in the cap. Maybe this might have something to do with it, that they're going to win a series. So if that comes to fruition,
it'll just be another thing to stack on top of the other things you were wrong about.
Get rid of these fat heads of me in this room. Steiny, I can't take it. Hey, that wasn't fair.
What?
The fat.
Yeah.
Well,
we got a lot going on, believe it or not.
Aiyuk.
Well, there's nothing going on there.
Well, TJ Husmanzada joined Willard and Dibbs yesterday. Got some interesting stuff.
Yeah, we'll play. We'll get into some of that. I get. You know, to quote the great Bob Fitzgerald, and tell me if I'm wrong, 49er fans. And by the way, nobody's called in yet, so that means nobody disagrees with anything I've said.
You spoiled it. Like, you didn't get them good.
I believe most 49er fans right now are employing the old Bob Fitzgerald adage, don't tell me about the labor pains, show me the baby.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a spinoff on mine.
888-957-9570. Brandon Aiyuk. Oh, boy.
Dude, we went
Standing
hard in the paint on them all week.
Standing on the sidelines.
Hey, they got a game tomorrow. Where you watching? See, I don't know what to do with them, Evan.
My fault.
Dude, I watched that game in its entirety last night. New England.
Oh, congratulations. What? Yeah. You're sick.
Play. Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds like you have a great life.
I was with you half the night.
Sounds like you have a lot of friends.
I was with you half the night. Don't
then you
say
watch
that.
Team USA. Then you watched an exhibition football game.
It's called the DVR,
And then what?
bud.
Then what'd you watch?
It's a DVR.
Then you watch the Marlins. Yeah, boy. Mia, where are you?
Yeah.
Get the guy out of the house.
Absolutely incredible.
Shut up.
Hey, that was a little too far. He hadn't done anything, Steiny.
Oh, my gosh. Congrats to Team USA.
Well, they haven't won the gold yet.
But they were going to medal.
Okay, there
you see Draymond tweeting at Kerr last night?
Wow.
You got to throw the rotations out sometimes.
I didn't know there was part 4.
Are you serious?
Evan, you being
swear to God.
So this is different than what he said yesterday and the day before?
He did say it yesterday because that's when the game was. But
you're not on the team, bud. And you're getting mad. You're clowning Gobert, who's on his country's team. God. But I'm a Draymond hater. I'm not. I think the dude's all-time. He couldn't
all-time what?
Ferocious junkyard dog on the field. But all-time,
it's a court.
He couldn't be my team. You know what I mean?
Is he playing center field these days?
He couldn't be my teammate. We wouldn't coexist.
Yeah, it
would have been Reggie Jackson, Billy Martin.
In a minute. 209, Giants will break our hearts. They're going to give us hope. They break our hearts all over again. So I won't get too excited till October if they make it. Yeah, Guru's just trying to drum up.
It's better to love and had lost than not love at all.
Look, we all know what's going on here. Guru's trying to drum up some synthetic kind of enthusiasm that he knows doesn't exist.
They're 3 back after being left for dead by a lot of folks not named Goo.
Nobody left him for dead.
And Dibs.
Nobody
Willard
just
left him for dead.
Nobody cares.
No.
They got a lot more work to do to get people to care. Mm-hmm.
Well, they're in what?
Hey, can I play something?
Go ahead.
No.
Don't botch it.
You know what? You play it.
That's your job.
What would you like to play?
No. I'm doing this one for a reason. I want 49er fans to go on a little trip with me. I want you to close your eyes.
All right.
Close your eyes. And imagine for a second that Jed York is being asked about Brandon Aiyuk. Okay?
Okay.
Imagine Jed York is being interviewed and they're asking him about Brandon Aiyuk.
I got it. I'm ready. Yeah, where we going?
What would you think if Jed York said this?
Oh, boy.
Are you saying there's a sense of urgency as you begin the preseason to get CD done?
No.
No? Why you say that?
I'm just, I went to high school or I went to college. I don't know why I said it, but I'm just saying I don't know. I don't have a sense of urgency about getting it done.
It's a long-standing tradition.
Pick any reason you want. I was at Nobu 2 days ago. Give that as a reason.
Yes, sir.
What a sick, twisted man you are
Jerry
to play that.
Jones, the owner of the
That was
Cowboys.
Joe Biden.
Jerry Jones, the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, has a situation on his hands with CeeDee Lamb. Now, CeeDee Lamb's not in camp. But they asked Jerry Jones, hey, you got a sense of urgency?
Are you saying there's a sense of urgency as you begin the preseason to get CD done?
No.
No? Why you say that?
I'm just, I went to high school or I went to college. I don't know why I said it, but I'm just saying I don't know. I don't have a sense of urgency about getting it done.
It's a long-standing tradition.
Pick any reason you want. I was at Nobu 2 days ago. Give that as a reason.
Yes, sir.
I hope you're learning again, Goo.
No, tell
Another
me
learning
about
experience.
That is scary. No, seriously, I'm worried. That is whoa.
Every time you say, do you think Jed York's do you think Kyle No, they're not. This is all business for these guys.
Well, I think they're taking a Major League, the movie approach, to where they're sabotaging themselves so they can lose and start over, Steiny. So that's different than Jed York, who we expect in the Super Bowl.
The point is,
that was not funny or cute.
That's kind of funny.
That was sad.
I don't think so.
And Norm is 84 with his wits.
No.
Jerry's 81. I called him the grandfather. That's how I looked at. That was bad. I don't know why I said it. I went to high school and college. First, who's asking you about that? What are you talking about? They're asking you about your stud wide receiver's contract, and you say you went to where? High school and college? WTF? And then I don't know why I said it. Wow. He's running your team. Oh, boy.
Focus on what's important. And what's important is he said, no, I don't feel urgency. Oh, this is what I mean. We care as fans more than these guys. And they're in the game. This is not a huge deal to these guys. They deal with some form of it every year. They negotiate with players every single year.
I agree with that.
And there are instances where things probably get as tangled with CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Aiyuk as they did with guys that they negotiated with 2 years ago, and it's business as usual. So he doesn't care if CeeDee Lamb misses 2 exhibition games. Who cares? They'll get him in when they get him in.
As far as the 49er perspective, this is not good. The Trent Williams and Brandon Aiyuk situation is what it is. They do care, Steiny. And this is how we step back sometimes and we judge organizations. Organizations like the Warriors, who throughout the years have been stellar and handled their business. I'm not saying they've been perfect, but this is odd for the Warriors. What's going on in Dallas with Micah Parsons, Dak, and CeeDee Lamb is peculiar. It's strange. But when you hear the guy running it give you that soundbite, I'm worried. I would call Kaiser. Somebody, we need to just check. Something is going on. That was not cute. I thought they were, everybody laughing.
Okay,
that was not cute, man.
So you've been watching sports for 50 years, and you've never seen a coach, a GM, or an owner downplay a situation.
Oh, no doubt. Come on, Steiny.
Well, then what's the big deal?
That a guy like a CeeDee Lamb, who you're not saving, you're going to end up paying him. What are you doing? I don't understand that. And
then what? Well, then why are you so worried?
Is different, but Trent Williams, the same thing. Unless he wants to relax and be at home and not show up, I think it's fair for any Niner fan to say, what the hell are you doing? That's all, Steiny. Wouldn't you want said player in any sport at practice or camp right before the season kicks off, even if they're not going to play in the preseason game? That's not the way to do it.
Ideally, but this isn't the first holdout.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, if you put it that way, you're way more than correct. But TJ, dude, they are a S show in Dallas right now, and that tells you why.
Oh, and they're not here?
This is odd. I don't know what's going on here. A guy wants to get up out of well, you're about to play the sound. Judge for yourself.
Well, I want to get this. Well, okay, here's Hushmanzada.
Yeah. I just want the 49ers to realize what they have, and Kyle Shanahan fix this situation. Like, you can't have, like, it really is disheartening when other teams, plural, are willing to pay you so much more than your own team, but you're still willing to take less to stay with your own team. Figure that out, because y'all did this with DeForest Buckner. Y'all remember that, right? They traded him to the Colts and drafted Javon Kinlaw because he was supposed to be the answer. And I'm probably guessing if DeForest Buckner was still with the Niners these last few years, they may have a Super Bowl. He was that good up front. And so don't just think you can draft a guy and replace a guy. Like, it's not that easy. And the Niners have been really, really good without Buckner. But they may have a Super Bowl if they had him. So don't let a total of $5-6 million cost you a Super Bowl.
All right, that's Brandon Aiyuk's. But we talked specifically about DeForest Buckner. Shanahan talked specifically about Buckner, and he told you what their thought process was. And quite frankly, when he did that, I don't have a problem with it. The 49ers know what they're doing. They do. They might be making the wrong decision, or they might not be handling it great, but it's not disheartening when a homegrown guy is less valued at home than on the road. Haven't you ever heard of the grass is greener? I mean, the reality of the situation is the 49ers think they know Brandon Aiyuk's value, and they're holding firm to it. Period.
Yeah, okay. But I understand. You just said something that hit me. You appreciate the honesty from Kyle Shanahan about D-Buck. But what he said is what I told you, Willard and Dibbs, yesterday, and I think it's fair. Now, it's revisionist history, but you lost Jimmy Ward. You lost Armstead. And Kinlaw was not the correct answer. You thought he was a replacement for Buckner. And I think it's more than fair to step back now and say, damn, what if you had D-Buck? Would you have a Super Bowl? So I think that's fair. But what I don't like about Brandon and TJ, the combo, they're the ones doing all the talking. And my analogy is, Steiny, you're trying to convince somebody to love you. You can't do that. If you got to do that, and I've told my kids, it's over. And that's what I feel like TJ, who's doing it right, and to a degree, Brandon himself going on all these outlets, and where has it gotten you? For some reason, Steiny, the Niners feel like $28 million allegedly for Brandon Aiyuk. In a crazy world, he's not worth that to them.
Right. He's not.
But the caveat is, how do you get past this? When is this going to come to a head?
Let me help you. No urgency. Because the minute you say, oh, there's a lot of urgency, guess who you're giving all the power to? the player. And I am not a management guy. I'm more player. But you know what? Brandon Aiyuk put himself in this situation, and here's where we're at.
So he turned down, allegedly, $32 million to go to New England, wants 26 from his current team, so he'd rather take a pay cut to stay here. And that's not, you know what I mean, Steiny? Like, that's not resonating right now with Lynch and Shanny, or York for that matter.
Exactly.
They're telling you, Steiny, we love you, but we ain't paying you 28,
They're saying we like you a lot, but we don't love you. And we'll be damned if you're going to come in here and try to take us for money that we don't think you've deserved.
I don't want to see this happen, but man, if they are standing firm in the sand, the Niners that is, to go into week 1 at home against the Jets with no Brandon Aiyuk for Purdy to throw to, that would just be many. And by many, Steiny, that would just be crazy as hell. And then is he really ready to stand on business and lose money by not showing up to the games? We're weeks away from finding out, I guess.
Exactly. So just relax.
No, I am.
No, you're not.
I'm a passionate person.
You're really
Steiny.
mad that Jerry Jones has no urgency.
No, I'm mad.
You're more mad than he is.
I'm worried about his mentals. I'm worried about his health.
Well, we're worried about yours.
Hey, I'll tell you this. I woke up this morning, somebody asked Jerry a question, that same interview. 4 seconds went by and not a word came out. I'm like, Jerry, you used to be Muhammad Ali on the mic.
There's nothing wrong with thinking about what you're going to say, Guru. Take a lesson from Jerry Jones. Evan, play the sound that I've called for.
I told him this, like, if I got to pick, I'm staying with the Niners. Why wouldn't you? And so it's up to John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan. And hold up. What's the owner's name?
Jed York.
Jed York. You listen to this, Jed York. Make it happen, Jed York. Jed York, make it happen. Don't let feelings come into place when it's business. You can't let your feelings get in the middle of business. Get it done. It sucks when another team appreciates your talent more than the team that drafted you. Because, we want you. Well, show me. Why you want me to take less? You're not giving anybody else less. You didn't give any. Who else played on their 5 contract? Bosa didn't. Debo didn't. Why do I have to? Players look at things like that, and you just want to be fairly compensated. BA had 105 targets. I believe CeeDee Lamb led the league in 171 targets, I believe. So he had 66 more targets than BA. I believe he had 400 yards, little give or take 400 yards. So out of those 66 targets, BA's probably going to catch at worst 40 of them. He would have led the league in yards. He would have led the league. And so you have a good player that wants to be there, and he's probably done some things along this process that you don't like, as have you. Figure it out, Jed York. You the man that's signing the checks, baby. Get it done.
Quit begging.
And that's what I said. It's like the football version of being on the side of the road. Like, Steiny, everything he said is right, but that makes me like, it's going the other way. Stop it, TJ.
It's not hard.
Stop it. You're pleading to the owner. You're trying to tell the gal, love me. And she's saying she likes you. I've been there. You can go buy whatever. It's not going to buy her love.
And here's the one thing, like every single thing that not only TJ Hushmanzada said,
he's trying, man,
but everybody says, I can argue the other way.
They're telling you.
Don't let emotions get into it. Aiyuk's been emotionless? Brandon Aiyuk has not been emotional. Just the Niners have been. No, Brandon, maybe you've been emotional. Maybe you've been emotional wanting money that you don't deserve because you're not a top 3 receiver. Man. And here's the other, everything he's arguing for. If he played for Dallas, he'd have 2,000. He doesn't play for Dallas. And we here in San Francisco, that's right, you're right. Everything you said is right. He's not targeted like him because we don't play that kind of system. Man. It's like we are all answering our own questions.
But the one is, how does it end? That's the $1 million one. Steiny, I appreciate you saying nothing he said was wrong. It's not. It's just at this. TJ, you're begging.
Zach in Redwood City. What's up, Zach? How you doing, man?
What's up, guys? I gotta bring up 3 points, all right?
Yep.
So, the first point, Brandon Aiyuk, if I'm him, I don't know why you don't want to run it back with this team, but I understand you wanting to get the bag, as Bonte says, because you deserve it, right? I mean, it's just a matter of $25 million or $30 million. And if everyone on the Niners wants the bag, not everyone's going to get paid. So there's that. My second point, I know you guys haven't talked Warriors yet, but I'm looking at Jaren Jackson Jr. out in Memphis. I don't really think Memphis is there yet. I don't know, man. They got to start making some calls. And my third point, this goes back to the Niners. I'm a Hoosier. I'm a IU grad, and I'm a huge Niners fan, diehard. And I'm so glad Jim Harbaugh's not our coach anymore. Screw that guy, and I hope we whoop up on the Chargers this year.
I disagree. Jim Harbaugh is excellent at his job, man. He could coach my team every time. As far as Michigan, do you got inside? I don't know if he was dirty, Steiny.
The NCAA unethical conduct. I don't know. What is that, Goo? No, that's just he's doing things the right way. Hey, if you can do this.
They don't play the Chargers this year, by the way.
If you can find. Harbaugh was asked about it yesterday.
I missed this.
This guy.
I missed this answer.
Guy is unbelievable.
I'm excited.
He said something like, yeah, I'm going to end commentary on that or something like that. What?
I'm talking about coaching on the NFL level, Steiny.
This is what I mean. These guys couldn't care less about what you think of them, what I think of them. They don't care. They live in their own world. You think Jim Harbaugh cares that 30% of sports fans think he's a jerk?
Well, you know what? You got me thinking about what you said yesterday about Trent Williams. You think his teammates give a rat's behind? Like when he figures this out and he comes back, that they're going to be mad or side-eye? They know this is dude trying to get his money at the end. They're just to what you said. They're going to go about, hey, good to have you back, Steiny. Let's go get him, killer.
Like, you think Trent Williams cares that people think he's selfish?
No, I don't. No, I don't.
He couldn't care
Durant
less.
cares about what people say and other athletes.
Yeah, I guess.
I can't wait to hear the sound. What did he say? I'm an incompetent.
Well, I don't know if we have it. I asked him to look.
I'm an incompetent. Of course you are.
I asked him to try to look for it now, and hopefully we'll have that by the Willard and Dibbs show.
So now you're jealous taking it out on Evan because he's going to outside lands. Come on,
outside lands? Come on, that was a great one yesterday.
Dude, that was great.
It's so great. We're going to test your knowledge of these acts coming up maybe in the 1 o'clock
hour. I've never felt older than this. Bothers me.
What?
Because we're not hip. I don't know half.
Speak for yourself.
Look, please. That's the show, Acho.
So we're going to, I guess Evan's going to
give us some names.
Talks about some bands that are there.
Some bands.
Some crooners.
Starts at 12:30 today. Gates open.
Oh,
yeah. I've never been to a Woodstock or anything like that.
Well, this could be Woodstock if it rains.
Festival at the lake back in the day.
We're 17 people there. This is a full-fledged concert.
I have the response, by the way.
Hey, you know what? Let's play it real quick. Uh-oh.
Never lie, never cheat, never steal. I was raised with that lesson. I have raised my family on that lesson. I have preached that lesson to the teams that I've coached. No one's perfect. If you stumble, you apologize, and you make it right. Today, I do not apologize. I did not participate, was not aware, nor complicit in those said allegations. So for me, it's back to work and attacking with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind.
Oh, my God.
Put him on the ballot in November. That was great, Steiny. You got a problem with that?
That's my coach.
That's your coach, Evan. Wow,
no, I want you to be honest. I want to be honest.
Yeah.
Like,
that was phenomenal.
It's great. And I can't stand him, but it's great.
You and your girls, like he raised them the right way.
Well, I wouldn't be that arrogant to say that.
Dude, that was great.
What a build.
It's amusing.
Chargers
for sure.
in the playoffs. Just book it, man.
Listen, I could listen all day.
That was great.
I couldn't stand Bobby Knight. But I loved listening to him be a jerk.
Yeah.
Now, John Tortorella, he's the best.
With.
No, he's the best of all time. Torts. All right, 888-957-9570 is the number. I see my man Alex in the city wants to respond to TJ Hushbanzada sound. What do you want to talk about, people? U.S. Olympic, well, you know what? We'll decide. Guru and I, because it's our show.
My man.
Let me see. Segment was brought to you by Life Source Water Systems.
You just want to talk basketball, don't you?
Hi, this is Sherry, owner of Life Source. For 40 years, families have been loving our clean, healthy water. Our whole house...